Okay, welcome to my World of Tanks weekly premium tank sale review when there is a premium tank for sale. This week we have several premium tanks for sale. All of them are from the British line. Most of them I will not be having, so I can't really give you a comprehensive review. However, we can look at some of them. Two of them I do have, and we will go over those with a battle each. One tank that I have my eye on for this weekend, because this will be about 625 gold, it looks like, is the Sexton 2. Now, I am, once again, not a huge artillery fan. As anybody who's been watching my videos knows, I kind of frown on artillery. But the premium artillery I'm okay with because they're very rare, the French being the only other one that's out there. And I don't know how long it's going to be before this one gets pulled from the tech tree, as they tend to do sometimes, or frequently. You can no longer get the French artillery. I happen to have it. That's the LEFH, and I will do a review of it at some point, probably when it goes on sale in the gift shop, because that's what they're planning on doing. Special events only. So I will be picking this one up for half off and maybe playing it frequently. Actually, probably it's just going to sit in my garage and I'll play it once in a while. But I actually did contemplate going down the French, going down the tech tree for the British, up to possibly even the FV304, because that looks like a lot of fun to play. So very different artillery style tank. After we get there, I'm not really interested in the higher ones, but that looks interesting. So it'd be nice to have a trainer for those tanks. So I will be purchasing this one, and I will let you know how it is after I've played it for a while. But the second tank that's going to be going on sale, half off, I don't know if I should recommend this one or not. It's slow, has decent armor, decent tiering. I think 6 is the highest that you see with it. It's preferential. I have the other Matilda, the Russian one, and that's the Matilda 4. That's the premium Russian tank. Wonderful tank, amazing gun depression, and it's a great tank. This tank has this big honking turret that's a Churchill turret basically, and it looks to me like this is a big target. Whenever I run into these, I just pen right through the front of this. So you kind of have a bit of a deficiency with this tank, where the other Matilda has a much smaller turret. It's harder to hit. It can also depress. The gun depression is I believe it's better than it is on this tank. You know, it's interesting. I don't see that stat anymore. Okay, I looked that bad boy up on the web. The gun depression on this tank is 12.5, which is not bad, actually. That's pretty good. The gun depression on the Matilda 4 is 14, so it's a little bit more. Now, that being said, this one actually has a better penetrating gun. The rate of fire is a little slower, but it does penetrate about 20 millimeters more on average than the Matilda 4 does. So, you know, maybe it's a contender. But like I said, that big turret, I guess the turret turns really fast too. It's got a pretty fast 34. That's not that fast, but I don't know. To me, it doesn't look like it's that interesting of a tank. I have the Matilda 4 already. Now, I excel in the Matilda 4. It's actually probably my highest battle count tank with a plus 60% win rate. I think I have a 63% win rate over 250 battles in the Matilda 4. I don't know. Maybe I will buy this one. We'll see. I have the gold to do it. I'm just running out of garage slots. But we'll see. So I can't really review that for you, but it does, I don't know, it looks kind of interesting to me. I'm sure it's going to be slow as snot, which is the same as the Russian Matilda 4. It's going to be real slow. I don't know. The Excelsior. Look, the Excelsior costs less than the medium tank at 1,500. And there's a reason for that. This tank is a turd. I have absolutely no interest in this tank, and even as a collector, I will not be purchasing this tank. There's just no way. I will not spend money on this thing. I've seen it in battle too many times. It's got good armor. It's not bad, but the penetration on the gun is completely useless unless you're going to fling gold or HE, which you're not going to do any. Look at the HE 108. I mean, you're going to do like 10 damage to the tanks that you run against. It's just not worth it. This tank to me is. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stat. Let's look at the gun. Let me in. Yeah, still 175 damage with 38 penetration. So you're probably going to average about 50 to 100 damage every time you hit, maybe less. And to me, it's not worth it. So for a heavy tank, it kind of reminds me of the T14, actually. Just kind of a tank, and I don't need another one of those. I'm really not going down the British line. I have no need to spend 700 gold on that tank. Now, maybe I'm missing out on something. If anybody else has a different idea, please let me know. But I really don't think the Excelsior is going to be worth your time. And I could be wrong about that, but so far, the performance I've seen in the field is underwhelming. I never see an Excelsior running over the whole battlefield, being in charge of everybody, and just ruling the battlefield. It just doesn't happen. It kind of putzes around and then gets killed. The TOG. We are going to take a look at this in detail. Now, I have a TOG, and I love the TOG. I'm very happy with the TOG. Good gun. Decent rate of fire. Not great, but it's an okay rate of fire. Average penetration is pretty high for a tier 6 tank. The damage is so-so, but it fires pretty fast. It's pretty accurate. Fast aiming time. The TOG is funny because it has no armor at all, but it has a lot of health, I guess, would you call it? So what do you think? She's a looker, ain't she? Strange looking tank. Very bizarre. Comes from the old school World War I design, which I believe that's part of what the title was with the TOG. But this was a trench crosser. And there is one in existence, I think, maybe more. You've seen them in the museum in England. They did build one. Very strange tank. So as we said, the gun is pretty good, pretty fast firing. Slow tank, slow tank. Why do I like it? I don't know. I guess because it's just so weird. And like I said, when you get on the battlefield, you get a lot of funny comments. People are always joking about, taking their tank off the top and using it as an aircraft carrier and all kinds of naval jokes. And also, it's a pretty good tank. It's not going to rock the world. Unless you're the top tank, your chances of doing a lot of good in a battle are pretty small. You're tier 6. And you're going to get into tier 6 and tier 7 battles, and there are so many new tanks out there that overshadow this guy that when he first came out, he was great. But as I've played it over the last several months of ownership, it's definitely gone down in the amount of fun because you really get put in with a lot of tanks that are just way much, that are so much better than this tank that it becomes a problem. So here we have our spall liner. I use this on this tank. The more armor you have, the more effective it is, I guess. So maybe it's not so effective on this tank, but you get hit by artillery all the time, and of course KV2s, M4s, anybody that's shooting HE, it's a good protector. It does help reduce the amount of damage they do, though a hard hit from a KV2 is a hard hit from a KV2, and you're going to feel it. Vents. Yep. And the gun rammer, of course, get faster firing. The crew, I've got recon, so the commander can see farther. Snapshot, and that helps you be able to hit targets while moving your turret, which you will be doing a lot, because the turret's really the only part of this tank that turns semi-quickly with 32 traverse. It's better than the VK. I also, of course, use clutch braking. This tank has to have clutch braking because it's so slow turning. 2 repairs. You get hit all the time, and you're going to need to fix modules that break. And then, of course, safe stowage. And then going through our speed, we have 14 miles per hour. Don't push the TOG. If you're out there in your other tanks and you see a TOG and hey, let's help this guy, and you give him a push, don't bother, because no matter how hard you push, he's never going to go more than 14 miles an hour. And the traverse speed, of course, like I said before, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's slow. Very little armor, 76. It's about the same as an SU 76. Decent armor on the front of the turret. That's the only place. Everything else is very vulnerable. People do side scraping, and what that is they put the tank up against a wall, and they lean just this part of the tank out. So let's say this is a house back here. at this angle so that only this part of the tank is showing. People fire and they bounce shots off the side of the tank. And then the gun is in the back and it can fire back at them without exposing much of the tank. So side scraping does work. I've tried it before. It's hard to find places where it works well, but you can do it, and it does work in the right situations. But you get overrun pretty fast, and it's not the greatest idea. You have to keep this tank moving, too. That's the other trick with this. I found that if you stay in valleys, like keep to the low ground, and keep moving when possible, you'll stay up with everybody. Otherwise, you're just going to fall way behind, and you'll get to the battle 10 minutes after everybody's dead. That doesn't do anybody any good. So, and that's one of the issues with this tank. Once you go one direction in the battle, there really is no going back. So unless you have a good team, you can be in a lot of trouble with this tank because you just go somewhere where it's not helping, and then you're stuck, and you're just basically going to get hunted down at the end and killed. So is this tank worth it at 30% off? Yeah, I guess. I got mine half off, which I like that price better. But at 30% off, it's still a good deal. I mean, really, it's if you're looking for a strange tank, or you're in a clan or have lots of friends that have them, they're fun to platoon together. And it's a bizarre enough tank that it's worth, 30%. I don't know. It's close. At 30% off, I don't know that I would have bought it. At 50% off, it was definitely worth it. But at 30% off, I don't know. I guess that's up to you. If you really wanted the TOG, this is a good time to get a savings on it. If you're patient, though, and you don't really care that much about it, I would wait till it goes half off. And I'm sure it will again. One of the nice things about the TOG is that it trains all of these crew members. Well, another reason why I don't need an Excelsior. I've already got this tank to train all my British Heavy crews, though I don't have any British Heavy tanks, so this is actually a TOG crew. Whatever. Service record, last but not least. Yes, this is embarrassing to show you. I only want that one's available. And we'll go by nation. Here's the Brits. I don't have very many British tanks, so it'll be easy to find. Hey, look, my AT-15A went up to 50%. We're going to look at that one real quick, too. I've already done a review on that recently, but I'll do a quickie review on that. That's good, but this is still... You know what? Though I find that most of my premium tanks kind of hover around the 50% and lower mark. I don't really have a lot of premium tanks that are over 50% unless they're tier 5 and lower. So any of my tier 6 to tier 8 premium tanks are going to be pretty low win rates, with the exception of some of the tank destroyers, because I do well in tank destroyers. There you go, 62%. But that's a typical heavy tank premium average for me. That's not to say everybody's going to have that, but that's about how I do in the TOG. So there is that. So let's go ahead and take her for a run, and you guys can, or a mild, slow crawl, and you guys can see how this tank performs in the battlefield. Hopefully we'll get a good battle. If not, maybe I'll run two, but I'm kind of short on time tonight, so gonna make it brief. Here we go. Oh, brother. This is what I'm talking about. As of late, this tank seems to be getting low-tiered an awful lot. And like I said before in the Electro review that you guys will be seeing shortly, so I guess I'm referring to something that you haven't seen yet, but you will. This sucks. And it seems like, for me, I don't know why, but a lot of my tanks are getting tiered at the bottom all the time. Man, this is just painful. Well, nobody's going left, so I guess, look at this team, too. What are they doing? Yeah, you can tell. We pretty much know how this battle's going to go. Can anybody guess what's going to happen here? Anybody? Yeah, our entire team has gone up the hill. Every single heavy that we have that is a higher tier is up on the hill now. Heavies off the hill, please. Get in the battle. Unbelievable. Somebody said, wow, any more people get on that hill and someone's going to fall off. We'll see. I don't know that we're going to lose, but I have a feeling. I've seen it before, though. I've seen people win with this kind of setup. So, is it impossible? No. Is it unlikely? Yeah. But like I said, I've seen people win set up just like this. So let's see what happens, and maybe I'll be wrong, and hopefully we'll win. And they've got Havoc on their team. That's also bad, but he's not playing smart. Doesn't look like. Let's see if we can get this guy to pop up. Yeah, he's going to back over, thinks he's going to be safe, and he is, because I completely missed. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't heard, I did get a new modem from my cable company. Thankfully, my friend who... I pulled a couple strings, and my friend who works there is the regional manager, and I said, listen, you know how much I play World of Tanks. Can you please fix my modem or get me a new one? And he was kind enough to get me a new modem, so I am now able to actually play without lagging every 10 seconds and ending up going the opposite direction. Oh, Lord. Yeah, and look, and at this tier, even though you can do damage, it's not a whole lot of damage, because... I critted him. He had 1 health left, and I freaking critted him. Oh! Now, that wasn't really 400 damage. Somebody else did damage to him, but I'm going to get... Oh, there's no Artie! I'm saved! Oh, this is bad, though. I'm gonna... Oops! I don't want to go out there because I'll be exposed to anybody. Yep. Now, this is where the... See how fast I was able to turn that? That's because I've got the clutch braking. It's not stellar, but it's better than nothing, Better than stock. Now, can I hit this dude? I don't think I can get eyes on him. Oh, he can get eyes on me, though. Oh. Ooh. And I can't do much damage to him per hit. Yeah, I'm never going to be able to get through to him. But I got 150 rounds, so I might as well try, right? Oh. Okay, moving up. Enough of that. I've had enough. And now look, see, we're winning. And our heavies are actually getting restless. That's good. Our KV-1S is doing absolutely nothing. So this is a case where I'm actually not in motion. That's a very odd battle for this Toggy Tog to be sitting. Can they hit me from here? No. If those guys come around, I could be in trouble, but... how did our T-29 get in such bad shape, man? What? Whoa. What? Whoa. Ruh-roh. This building is just not long enough to protect me. I need to move up. And I really don't have a whole lot of protection from that KV, but there's an M6. Boom. Yeah. Well, at least I can light these guys up. I think I'm the one lighting them up, but I could be wrong about that. Oh, boy. BIS. See, I don't think he even knows I'm here, so I could probably finish him off in half an hour when I finally pull up. Yeah, he's going to blast me, but... Oh, he missed! Oh, and I missed! Anybody want to help? Nobody's going to bother helping here. Oh, boy. This is where problems come. Come on, get your gun on him. Get your gun on him. TY. Thank you. I don't deserve it. Because of the way I treated them, I felt I don't really deserve the help that I just got. I'm going to move up on this M6 because he's all by himself. And I should have the health to take him. So you can see how easily it is to get damaged. Oh, and that's why my turret wasn't turning so good. I got hit in the turret. I'm not going to bother fixing it because it's not worth fixing. I don't know who Fuzzy Balls is, but what a horrible name to name your tankers. So, play it smart when you're in this tank. If you're tier 6, play it like a tier 6. Let's see if I can back up. He's probably going to hit me anyway, but... yeah, he's done for. Goodbye. You goodbye. Yep. He's going to rock like that's going to help him. See ya. Ho, 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 my one kill. The only other tier 6 tank. The only other tank I could actually damage. And I'm not going to run. You know what? I'm going to stay within arm's length of my gunners here. It looks like they're all coming this way. So we got 3 tanks left on their team. I don't want to die. I've got enough health to take 1 or 2 hits. But I want to go with these guys. I don't want to be left here all by myself. Oh, look, I missed the turnoff. It's amazing I can even play this game. That was embarrassing. Hey, but man, way to play the TOG, right? I survived a tier 8 battle, or tier 7 battle. Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'm never going to catch up. Oh, no. Where did that happen? I'm missing XVM now, so I don't have my little... He said rush in. Rush? Okay, AT7 hidden up on the hill. Oh boy. Okay, we got one of them. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. Hopefully they'll get this guy to panic. I should be able to penetrate the AT7. Oops. Okay, ran out of time. I had to restart here. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. Thankfully my computer bings when I run low. And once again, that little horn on top is where you want to hit the AT7. Trust me. So you just hit me? You did. Freaking jerk. Come on, hit him, hit him. Yep. Yep. Oh, Panther. Good game. I'm, oops, I didn't get the type. I was going to say I'm a jerk. Wow, I got an invite. Oh, Spirit Flyer, training room. Can't play right now in the middle of a review. Okay. So I'm premium. Without premium, I would have made 34,000. I did pretty well. I think that's look at that. I was the third? Let's see. Is this by experience? Oh my gosh. I was not expecting that. I mean, I'm a good player, but I'm the top experience earner on the team. How the heck do you do that in a TOG when you're bottom tier? But I guess because I kept spotting those guys, that's probably I only 2 tanks spotted, so I really didn't spot that much either. I just wow, I was the third highest damage dealer. Hey guys, that was a good battle. I can't say that that's how most of my TOG battles go. But that's a great battle. Wow, I did really well on that one. Yay me. Go Arthur. That's my name, by the way, if you haven't figured it out yet. V Blue Guitar is my tag, but my name is Arthur. Anyway, that was a good battle. I'm glad that that happened while you were watching and not me just getting slammed by artillery. Good. Yay me. All right, so this is the AT-15A. I just recently did a review on this, patch 8.8, I believe, and this is 8.9 now, but really nothing's changed. So I'm not going to go real into depth in this. If you want like real in-depth stuff, go back to that review. It's a good tank. I like it. If you like, it's kind of like the TOG. It's slow. It's got okay armor. It's better armored than the TOG, but the gun's about the same too, really. It kind of, we'll look at the penetration here. Our standard shell penetration is 171, which for tier 7, that's respectable. It's not great. You're going to have to aim for weak spots on tanks. Does 150 damage. I mean, really, that is like pound for pound the same damage that the TOG does. Let's look here. TOG again. Yeah, look at that. 171 penetration, 150 damage. Exact same stats. So it's basically the TOG gun on a tank destroyer. The benefit of this tank is that it's definitely a harder shell than the TOG. It does have some weak spots, though. You can get penned here, 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 here. It seems like bullets go right through here. This part's hard. These are hard. But there's definitely places to easily penetrate this tank. The back and sides can be penetrated by pretty much any higher tier tank. And you will get surrounded and killed often. But it does bounce shots sometimes, too, off of like this area. And it's kind of surprising what you bounce and what you don't. There's been times where I'm like, what? Why didn't it bounce that? But other times where it's been like, hey, it didn't bounce. Or it did bounce. So how about that? You know, big tank firing and bouncing is kind of exciting. So I run the gun laying drive because obviously a tank destroyer is all about the gun, right? Gun laying drive, gun rammer, and camo. And if you watch my other review, I was running it with the binocs, and I kept getting spotted. So when I switched over to the camo, that actually did a lot better for me, just having camouflage. And I wouldn't get spotted as often, so it helps you survive longer. This tank is going to be 30% off. Would I recommend it? If you like the slow sniper tank destroyer style of gameplay, this is a good tank for you. And at 30% off, that's the most you're going to see. It's a tier 7. Tier 7s, I don't think they ever go half off. But they always go 30% off. So this is as cheap as it's going to get. And I think it's worth it. But you may not. If you don't like that slow... I'll tell you what. If you like the AT2 and the way it plays, you're going to like the AT-15A. If you like the other British tank destroyers, I don't know. I haven't played them yet. But it is very much like the AT2, just at a higher tier. So that's that. So let's go ahead and run a battle so you can see it. And like I said, if you want more of an in-depth review, please watch my review on you go to my channel and then go under tank destroyers and you'll see the AT-15A there. And it's a pretty updated review. I think it's only maybe like a month old. So here we go. Okay, a tier 7 battle. And I'm on the good side for the tank destroyers. As long as everybody doesn't go the way that I'm going, I can be useful. Hopefully I'll be able to move in at the right time. I don't know why people keep coming in my room while I'm recording. I guess when you have 6 kids, you're bound to have visitors all times of the day. So if you hear doors creaking and slamming, it's because one of my children is running in and then running back out. Okay, so we're going to move up here to the hills. Everybody else is kind of... this is not good. We don't need... Hopefully our T-29s are just going to run through and romp. But they're going to... Look at... Already, that you can tell they're not good players. And I don't have my XVM loaded, so I'm telling you this from watching what they're doing. Where should the T-29 ever be exposed like that? The hull? No. You keep your flipping hull down, you morons. But no, they're going to just stick their hulls out. Here we are. Shoot us. Show me your hull. And any tank that pops up over the hill can just blast right through them. That's what's going to happen. So I would have, if I was them, I would have, come back here. Look. Hopefully. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm just getting silly here. Yeah, that was right on target. So what's happening here is it looks like we're gonna. Those two guys should be able to handle that Tiger. I'm gonna let them. Oh, there's an IS. Dang, this is like. Those BDRs are going to get killed. They just can't handle that higher tier. Oh, my friends. Well, I'll try to guard them from this side. I will never make it over there in time to help them on that side, but... This is an interesting battle. I don't really know where to go. Again, it's another one where I'm kind of just... Oh boy. Okay, if I can get over the crest in time to hit this dude. Yeah, I'm going to try to crit him and keep him busy. He's going to aim at me. Yeah, I mean, we can do... See, and this... Here's one of the issues with the tank. The gun, it does penetrate, though, and that's good. But it's a little lackluster on the damage. 150 damage to a tier 8 or tier 7 heavy. Oh no. Dang, we're losing this side. Oh, I need to... Come on. Man, I just... They're ganging up on that T-29 and he's... See, he went... Oh no. Did we get that Hellcat? This is bad. This is really bad. I'm going to try to help these guys. Come on. This is the bad part of having a very slow tank like this. Come on, break his track. Come on, yeah, okay. Yeah, wow, talk about like just seconds turning the tide of battle. That was us going from a loss to us going to a victory. And I don't think that was because of me, but everybody did a good job all at once. They did a good job here in the city. That, you know, we made enough of a stir to put an end to what they were doing to that T-29. The T-29 took care of himself at the same time. It was just all around goodness. So, wow. And I didn't do a whole lot. The battle's not over yet, though. This is where the gun is good. I got some decent range on this gun. Yep, tracked him. Look at that. So, good range on this gun, and it's pretty accurate, and that's where, you know, stuff like that's going to pay off. Oh. Hello. Wow, that was a really fast battle. Once again, okay, so we can look at the stats here, and like I said, I'm not going to be the top tank for sure. I didn't do bad, though. Kind of fell down from where I was, though. I was in the 4th overall in the tiering, and I went down to 6th. And that is typical of this tank. You know, even worse on the experience, because you're farther back, you're not spotting, you're not doing that much. So, you know, now you saw I got a little aggressive with it there, and it paid off. So that Hellcat was giving the KV-1S some trouble, and because I came in and intervened, I was able to save our KV-1S and distract the Hellcat enough that he could kill him, and then also kind of break that turtle shell that they had going on there with those 3 tanks fending off our tanks. So, and a good score there. So if I hadn't been premium, it would have been 25,000, 38,000 with premium. So you can see, once again, obviously premium plus premium equals a lot of credits. So 40,000 for doing 1,000 damage. That's pretty good. So that is the nutshell version of the AT-15A. Is it worth it? I like it. I think it's worth it. But, you know, some people will watch it and go, that is just boring and slow. And it is. It's boring. It's slow. I kind of like that game style. I'm a tank destroyer player. So I don't mind slower tanks. And it's weird to have a tank destroyer that actually can withstand hits. That's a very, you know, I'm used to having a tank destroyer that has a great gun like this that can fire fast and do a lot of damage. But at the same time, it just gets picked off in one hit. This guy, he just takes hit after hit after hit. So anyway, that's my wrap on it. I think it's a good tank, and I'm happy with it, and I'm glad I purchased it. So hopefully that's helpful to you. You guys have a great night or a great weekend, and hopefully this helps you make some decisions in purchasing your gold tanks. And like I said, never purchase a gold tank unless it's on sale. And so this is your opportunity to get some money off on some of your gold tanks. Have a great weekend. Bye. Oh, yeah, and don't forget to subscribe.